Entertainment World Soldier here, and I'm back to talk about Star Trek Lower Decks Season 1, Episode 9, my thoughts on it. And my thoughts are, I love this episode. It was the best episode in this series. I can't believe what I'm saying. I'm pretty fucking shocked right now. I can't believe it. This episode was fun to watch. Mariner's still a bitch in this, and Boimler's still a doormat, but everything else in this episode was fucking great. I mean, I even give it a fucking Tilly. Tilly even fucking stood out for me in this episode. And I can't believe, bloody hell, what Mariner was saying to her? I mean, Jesus, I'll get to that, but my God, Mariner, racist or what? But yeah, I love this episode. And I can't believe I loved it. I genuinely can't. I actually like this episode so much, I watched it twice. And I never watch these things twice. I usually watch it once and just do the review. No, I watched this fucking thing twice. And I'm just like wondering to myself, like, why is it taking you so fucking long to do a good episode? I know you can't do every episode just full of action, but my God, this episode was good. If they did episodes like this every week, they could have gotten a season 2. I mean, I still can't believe I like this. I mean, I've watched so many of these episodes. They have pissed me off. Mariner has pissed me off. But in this episode, there was a scene where I was rooting for Mariner. There was a scene where I actually loved this fucking character. And I'm just to myself like, why can't this Mariner be the fucking main character? Why couldn't the writers have written this character as Mariner? If you did that, writers, if you didn't make her such a bitch, I would fucking like her. And it just shows that there's potential if they would stop making Mariner a fucking Mary Sue. If they would stop making her a know-it-all cunt. You just proved it in this episode that you can do it. So why don't you? This episode was great, and it pisses me off that it's taken this long. God, and if they can stop fucking Boimler being such a twat, they could have something here. I fucking like this, love this episode. And that's a fucking big thing for me to say, since I've been shitting on this series since the fucking beginning. So let's get on with the review. So we start off with Mariner freeing a bunch of lizards from a rat king or something. And the lizard people don't really understand what's going on because they didn't ask for this. So Mariner's freed these people without their permission. I mean, they're helping her out, but it turns out these aliens are kind of thick. And they don't really understand what the hell freedom is. Mariner's got to explain to them what she's done for them, because she ripped down a statue or something and helped free the people. And the Rat King pretty much says to her, yeah, these people are thick, that's why we eat them. You know, they're pretty stupid, Mariner, so why are you freeing them? Now, I know it's Starfleet, you have to help, but turns out, no, she's breaking the Prime Directive because these are not a spacefaring race, and they're not in Starfleet. So what the fuck are you doing down here, Mariner? You broke the Prime Directive. You're breaking the fucking rules again! Fucking hell. So her mother fucking transports down, fucking tells the people that she apologises, and that Mariner, you broke the Prime Directive. Mariner then goes crazy at her mum, says, oh my God, I freed these people, and she's like, and the mum's like, yes, but it wasn't your job to do that, and you broke the fucking rules. So Mariner says, oh yeah, then you're going to send me to prison, am I going to do time? It's like, no, you're going to go to therapy. And I'm just like, what? She broke the Prime Directive. Put her in a prison cell and fire her. Mariner's mother has been trying to find a way to get off the ship. Her breaking the Prime Directive would make sense. Don't you fucking think? Would make sense for you to throw her off the ship if she does that. Oh, God. I mean, anyway, she beams back up onto the ship. She goes to therapy. And this is another thing I hate about the episode, was the fucking therapist, which was such a lazy fucking character. It was just a bird. That was it. It was a bird. It wasn't an alien we recognised, like a Bolian, a Ferengi, or a fucking Vulcan. That would make more sense if we were having a therapist. But, no, it was a lazy bird, a green bird, and it just pissed me off. It's like, that's so fucking lazy. You couldn't... I mean, again, it's just, there's stupid mistakes. And it's just easy. Why didn't you just put a normal alien in that position? Because I've never heard of an alien race that just looks like a fucking bunch of birds. So Mariner shouts at the therapist, like she says, I haven't got a problem, you've got the problem, blah, 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 blah. And then the alien, and then the bird pretty much says to her, yeah, you're going to need to go to the holodeck and cool down, because you're acting crazy. So she goes to the holodeck where Tendi and Rutherford are, and they're shooting things down with, what's his face? I think it's Isaac Newton? I don't know. But yeah, they're shooting shit with him. Then Boimler comes into the holodeck and says it's his turn. He wants to practice for his interview with the captain. So he starts his program up. No, Da Vinci! It's Da Vinci! Not fucking... Yeah, they're shooting with Da Vinci. Anyway, Boimler starts his program up and it turns out it's just an exact replica of the crew because he wants to practice for his interview. Which actually makes sense. You know, if we had the technology on Earth, I think a lot of us would do that when we're, you know, heading for an interview. We like to practice, make sure we don't make any mistakes. So, yeah, Boimler is doing the right thing. But Mariner's there, so what do you think happens? Mariner then gets into the controls and fucks it up. Because she's fucking insane. So she turns the whole fucking program into a movie. Now, this episode is pretty much taking the piss out of, you know, Star Trek movies. Which I can kind of understand. And there was funny bits in this episode. I will have to admit that. So, Mariner turns it into a film. A bunch of credits roll past that hit Boimler for some reason. And they keep hitting him. And Mariner's trying to explain to him, listen, we want to cool down, cool off. You made a program, let's have some fun. Boimler's acting like his old self, like, no, he wants to, you know, pass his fucking interview. Who the fuck doesn't? And then the program starts, and we go on to a lake where the captain and the crew are driving some skis down the river where the captain's celebrating her birthday. They stop, captain says a few things, Boimler comes up and asks if the captain thinks he's doing well, and then they have to... It was a boring scene. I didn't really find it interesting. So they were talking, then they go back to Starfleet because they need to speak to an admiral, because apparently there's a ship claiming to be a part of the Federation, and it turns out it's not part of the Federation because Second Contact... Again, Second Contact keeps being brought up in this show. I don't understand why. They're trying to make Second Contact seem more important than First Contact. But listen, writers, it's never going to happen. Second Contact is never going to be as important. I'm sorry. So, yeah, that pissed me off as well. I'm getting to the good parts, people. I know that I'm shitting on a bit of it, but this was the beginning, and, you know, it was boring. What do you expect? So he sends them to deal with this imposter ship. They head to their ship, and we get the first kind of taking the piss out of Star Trek films when you get the long ass scene with the ship, and we're going around looking at it from every angle. You know, really taking the piss out of the Star Trek scenes when we go around the ship looking at it and they're playing the music. And I found that funny. You know, it's like, yes, they're right. It does go on way too long sometimes. So I will give Lower Decks that. That was funny, and it does kind of bring up that, yes, they do that too many times in Star Trek movies. So I'll give them that. Boimler makes some sort of sexual reference to the ship, and the captain goes fucking nuts. Like, what the hell are you saying? And he says, no, I'm not saying anything. No, I love the ship. I like the ship. You know, I'm all with you, Captain. So I thought that was funny as well. We then go on the bridge. The captain then says, engage, and goes to warp. I don't know why there was electricity coming out of, lightning coming out of the cells. I don't understand that, but, I digress, So they get to the planet, and a Klingon ship decloaks, and who is the captain of the Klingon ship? It's Mariner, who has gone insane and is calling herself unworthy or something. It was some really stupid name, but she goes crazy. She's insulting the captain. And then we get, then Mariner, introduces her crew. She says Tilly's here, and she is a Orion's pirate. And I mean, in this episode, Mariner goes really racist to Orions in this. She calls them a bunch of slavers and pirates. And Tilly is like, whoa, calm down a bit. I mean, for God's sake, Mariner, you're really going hard on Tilly here. I mean, you're insulting her entire fucking race. I mean, she calls him a slave. She calls her a pirate through this episode. Like, Jesus Christ, Mariner, calm the fuck down. That's one of the reasons I liked this episode, was the fact that Mariner was the bad guy in this episode. And she goes nuts. She kills fucking... I mean, I know they're holograms, but she was enjoying this way too much. I mean, she's a psycho through this entire episode. Jesus. Yeah, but that's how she introduced Tilly. Then she just goes to Rutherford and just calls him half robot, half man. So Rutherford wasn't really in this episode that much. Or he was alright, but he didn't really have great moments for me. So I feel a bit pissed about that. And then we get the classic taking the piss out of Boimler. Some idiot with purple hair that, Mariner's taking the piss out of. And then she kills the Boimler double, and the captain says, why would you kill a member of your crew? Turns out that this is a distraction, though. Mariner sends out a pod that connects with the ship. It drills into the ship and lands on two Starfleet officers. So the doors open, Mariner just goes crazy, starts killing members of the crew, and then we have a cape joke scene where a cape gets stuck in the door when it closes, and she starts shooting more of the crew after she takes her cape off, and Tilly, you can kind of see Tilly is really uncomfortable with killing the members of the crew, and the fact Mariner's enjoying this. And then Mariner's like, don't worry, they're just holograms. Like, yes, we get it, Mariner. They're just fucking holograms, but you are enjoying this way too much. That's what I mean, is she makes a great bad guy. Because she is insane. I mean, Jesus. And then she heads off on her own. The commander of the ship, I forgot his name. Commander of the ship comes in. He wants to try and, he's here to stop Mariner. He, shoots at her a bit. Then Mariner shoots him. Boimler comes over to kind of ask him questions about the captain and does she like cookies. The commander tells him yes, she likes chocolate but not nuts. And then Mariner kills him. And then he kind of evaporates in Boimler's hands. Then Mariner goes on her own for a little bit. Rutherford and asks Tilly, is everybody on this ship, is everybody on the ship on this program? Tilly says yes. So he says he's going to go to engineering to find his boss. Now, at the beginning, I was like, is he going there to kill his boss? But it turns out, no, he goes to engineering. He shoots some of the fucking crew, but then one of the security officers comes in and shoots Redford. He drops his phasers and hides behind a wall. The core is going into a meltdown. So the engineer, leader guy, the chief of the engineering closes the door. Everybody gets out. He's stuck in the engineering with Redford. And then Redford's like coming at him like, you think he's going, well, they're trying to make you think he's going to go kill his boss. But no, it turns out he's saying, I love you, boss. I love everything about you. I'm so proud to be under you. It's like, really? I mean, I saw it coming from a fucking mile away that was going to happen. So again, yeah, I was very disappointed with Redford in this episode. Very disappointed. But let's get on to the good stuff now. So, Tilly and Mariner are fighting their way through the crew. They get to... where is it they got to? The canteen, where the Bajoran crazy guy has this massive gun. He's shooting at Mariner, and Mariner is just shooting back. She has a Borg head with her for some reason, and apparently a Borg head has a fucking shield on it. I don't know if that's right, but okay. So she's blocking the Bajoran guy. She then throws the head at the Bajoran guy, and then he blows up because the head was a bomb. And then there's a scene where fucking Mariner has the Bajoran ear in, and then offers it to Tilly and says, listen, try it on, it's fun, you're a pirate, you know. She gets really racist to, you know, the Orions in this episode. It's like, you're a pirate, you'll love this, yeah? And Tilly's like, would you stop enjoying this? Like, these people we know, these people we like, why are you enjoying killing them? And Mariner's like saying, I'm not enjoying it, I'm just having a bit of fun. This is not insane. It's like, and Tilly's like, stands up for us and says, I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy killing people. That's not my race. Would you stop insulting my race in front of me? And Mariner's like, and Mariner doesn't care. And Tilly's like said, I've had enough now. You know, this is too graphic, this is just too over the top, and she leaves. And I thought, you know, that showed a bit of character development for me. Like, she's strong enough to stand up to Mariner, which, again, I liked. So Mariner just shrugs it off and says, who needs her? She heads up to the bridge and kills a guy in the elevator. I mean, again, she is enjoying this way too much. I keep bringing it up, but Jesus Christ, this bitch is insane. And then she shoots the two crewmen on the bridge, and then starts to have a fight with her mum. Because, oh no she doesn't, she then blows up her own ship, which then causes the Cerritos to crash. Which again, I like this scene where the ship goes down. I like the crashing scene at the end of the day. And then she has this epic fight with her mother, and it goes insane, man. I mean, Jesus. She's like punching her. She's trying to say, "You've done this all my life." It's like, and again, you're playing a character, Mariner. Of course, your mother's not going to understand what you're talking about when you say she's brought you up. It's like every fucking minute, the captain's saying to her, I don't know you, you're the bad guy here. And the Mariner's like saying, no, I'm not the bad guy, you're the bad guy. You never let me do things. And that was a bit annoying. So they get up to the ceiling. She jumps on her mother, punches her, then grabs like this pole thing. It's about to stab her mother. And this scene made me laugh my ass off. Because it turns out Bäumler has made a exact replica of everybody. And then Mariner fucking the hologram Mariner comes in, stops Mariner from stabbing her mother. And this was just the most funniest thing, because it was just like, of course, of fucking course, the only person who's going to stop fucking Mariner in this episode is going to be Mariner. And I was just like, of course, of fucking course. Like, who the fuck else would it be? Would it be Bäumler who would prove himself in this episode, you know, to give him a bit of dignity? No, it was fucking Mariner. And you know, I was a bit pissed off in this when I saw this. But this Mariner was a fucking great character. She fought great, and she was even saying to Mariner, like, I love this ship, I love this crew, I want to be a good officer. It's like everything Mariner, the character should be the real one. You know, proud to be a Starfleet officer, proud to defend her ship, fighting for her life. And then even Mariner's trying to tell her, well, the real one's trying to say to her, you hate this ship, you hate Starfleet, you hate all this. And like Mariner's, and the other Mariner's like, I don't hate this ship. I love this ship. I love the fact that my mum's my captain. I love the fact my friends are here. It's just like, where the fuck has this Mariner been? This Mariner that I'm fucking watching and hoping fucking wins the fight. The one I'm fucking liking to watch. Why is this Mariner not the fucking real one? God, it pissed me off, that. And it turns out this Mariner was just distracting the real Mariner for the self-destruct, and the ship then blows up. And that was an epic scene, to see that Mariner would give up her life for her friends and her crew. And that to me is a great character. The character we should have, not the bitch that we're left with. So we then go back to the captain, who's making sure her crew's okay. Boimler then comes over to her with cookies, and then Jet jumps on him and says the captain's allergic to chocolate, he's an assassin. And the captain's like praising Jeff and says, well done, Jeff, you're a great security and you're a great bodyguard, and thank you for stopping this assassin. And then Jeff just grabs Boimler and then throws him off a ledge, which I kind of thought was funny. But again, it's just Boimler being shitted on again. Turns out this was actually great for Mariner, because she's found out that she does love this crew and that she isn't a complete psycho. I mean, I would beg to differ, but that's what she comes to at the end. She then bumps into her mother on in the hallway, and then the mum goes to therapy trying to find out what the bird guy said to her that's, fixed her apparently, but the mum doesn't trust her daughter, so she goes apeshit as well in the therapy room. We then go to Boimler, who goes back into the holodeck to finish the program, and then he finds out the big secret that the captain of the ship is Mariner's mother, and he cannot believe it. And then he goes to his interview, and he completely fucking goes like insane, because he finds out he cannot believe that the captain is Mariner's mother. And so he fucks up the interview, and the captain says, yeah, you're not getting any more training because you obviously did not practice for the interview. It's like, okay, we get the joke. Yeah, he didn't practice for the interview, even though we all know he did. And then the episode... then we get the scene where Mariner makes up with Tilly, and then Tilly, which pissed me off, then says, oh, you were right, Mariner, my race is pretty much a bunch of pirates and slavers, and then accepts it. Which, that kind of disappointed me with Tilly. And then the episode ends, and then we get a nice clip of the next episode, which I won't go into. And that's the end of the show. I did like this. Oh, then we get the end credit scene where they're taking the piss out of the search for Spock when he's in that pod thing. It turns out it's the evil Mariner who comes out of it, and then Da Vinci shoots her, and then the episode ends. Which I like that, Da Vinci shooting her before she came out. So yes, I loved this episode. I enjoyed the fact they were taking the piss out of the Star Trek movie, because there are some problems with the Star Trek movies, but they are entertaining to watch, and this was entertaining to watch. It was entertaining to see a Mariner that I could actually enjoy watching. That's the biggest thing for me. Mariner is the lead character of this show, and she's such a bitch. But this Mariner, the fucking hologram Mariner, I liked. I truly did. And I think if the fucking show writers would write that character as the real Mariner, this show could work. I am completely for this show if they'll just fix Mariner and Boimler. I'm not against this show because I'm just against it. The show has bad episodes. And I do want to like it. I do. And I just, if somehow the writers ever hear this episode was great. Could you do this every fucking week? So I could be excited to watch these episodes? And excited to review them? Because I was excited to watch this. I'm probably going to watch it again. Well, I am definitely going to watch it again because it was that good. Oh man, I just can't believe I enjoyed it so much. Yes, there were problems, but the problems didn't outweigh the good stuff. And I can see this series working if you just fix Mariner. And stop making her a fucking cunt. And stop making her a know-it-all. And someone who gets her way all the fucking time. The fact that Mariner fucking gave up her life to save her crew was actually so amazing. Not the fact she died, because I would have preferred it if she lived, but the fact she'd do that. When she came in to save her mother, when I watched it for the second time, I was fucking loving it. And that's what I want for this show. Just sort out Mariner and Boimler and you're fucking golden. And Tilly could do a bit of work, and Redford could use a lot more fucking time on screen. But everything else, you don't have to do that much to fix this stuff. Well, I'm going to end it there because, whoa, this review has gone on for a very long time. Do comment below and tell me if you like this episode, and do think about giving this a like, or if you like the video, or give it a dislike if you dislike the video. And do think about subscribing if you like my content. Hail the Phantom Menace, long live CG, and fuck SJWs. Bye.